One thing that I just had that was like something that I don't get that much. A guy asked me how much I weigh on OkCupid. I just said I never dated someone as short as him before. And he's like, "How much do you weigh?" What does my weight have to do with me never dating someone as short as you? I think he was like 5'8" or something, or 5'7". I've never dated someone that short before. Well, technically I did when I was like, like when you're in like middle school and like you're saying you're dating and stuff. When I was like in 6th grade, technically I dated somebody that was probably about 5'8", but not since then. Because by the time like ninth, 10th, 11th grade came around, most guys I was dating, if I was dating anybody, was over 6 foot. And now most guys, I did date a few guys that were like 5'10", but they were kind of crazy. Because the tallest person I ever dated was, I think, like 6'8", 6'9". And the shortest person I ever dated was probably 5'10". But I generally date around like 6'2", 6'3" to 6'5", somewhere in there, 6'6". Yeah. But it's weird because, and I guess you could say where somebody could say, "Oh, I never dated someone as big as you," but also you clicked on me. I didn't click on you. Well, I clicked, my thing said I click on everybody on OkCupid, and it's like I clicked. I didn't see anything, and it was like I was responding, but my profile says I like tall guys. And I think that's where people get confused. Just because I might not be the tallest doesn't mean 5'8" I consider tall. Because I see it this way, I'm going to get old. I'm not trying to step on a step ladder at home when I get old and fall and break a hip. I'm trying to get somebody tall that can stand on their 2 feet and reach up and get whatever I need. So I'm not standing on a ladder at like 60, 70, 80 years old and breaking my hip. I just see it as me being preventative, and also because I might be shorter, but in my gene pool, I'm more likely to have a kid taller than me, possibly because the statistics are more likely that I would have a kid taller than me. Because I'm just one of the few people in my family, and I'm not even the shortest. Because I have like aunts and cousins that are shorter than me. Actually, no, I don't have a cousin shorter than me, but I have an aunt that's shorter than me. But her parents were tall. My parents, because my grandparents are tall, my grandparents are both above average height. My parents are above average height. My siblings are all above average height. I just came out short. So if everyone in my family is above average height, there's a good chance I could have a kid above average height. Yeah, because my parents are well above average height, and my siblings are all well above average height. My my mom's like almost 5'11". My sister's like 6 foot. My brother's like 6'2". My dad's like 6'2". My grandfather is like 6 feet. My grandmother's like, I think my grandmother is like 5'7", 5'8", and I'm way shorter. So in my gene pool, I'm more likely than not to have a taller kid than a shorter kid. And if I get with a taller guy, that boosts it up even more. Yeah, because my parents, they're like, everybody's like, I'm so shocked that you're so short. But this guy, he got upset and asked my weight. Because it's like one thing, I can change my weight. I can go work out, do whatever, but you can't change your height. Because say if I date a tall guy, he likes to work out and do stuff and go for hikes and stuff. And I'll probably go with him and then I'll drop the weight if I need to. but there's nothing that's simple that a guy that's short can do. And then it's like, also, I see it as a way of looking out for his health too, because if I'm short, you're short, we both have the chance of breaking a hip when we get old trying to reach for stuff that's up high. So it's like we both should be looking for taller people to avoid the situation. And it's like, you feel like I'm discriminating against you, but I feel like you're discriminating against tall women, because it's like, I'm thinking, why aren't you looking out for your hips? I'm looking out for my hip for when I get like 70, 80. And it's kind of like, that's another thing that makes me not want to date you, because you're not looking out for your hip. It's like one thing if you knew me and you're like, oh, you're such a great person. Like if I met a guy that was short and he was cool and I liked him, yeah, I'd date him. If he was cool and I liked him, I actually know a few cute guys that are short that I like. But then there's a whole level of shortness, like where you're making me feel like a giant because you're so short. I'm not dating someone that's shorter than me, because someone that's shorter than me, that's a little person. Even if the guy is taller than me, he's still technically a short person, because I'm shorter than average height for a man. So he's still pretty small, even if he was taller than me. Because average height for a man in the US is 5'9". I'm not 5'9". I'm almost 5'9" with shoes on, but yeah. And then it's like, I'm not trying to wear heels when I get old either, because I'm not trying to break a hip. Basically, I talk to old people sometimes, because it's like, I see old people and I see them with walkers and stuff, and then it's like, they'll tell you, like, I was young, I didn't listen to the old people. I was wearing those heels, I was running, I was doing all this stuff, and it's like, huh. And then they tell you, and then you're like, yeah, I should listen to these old people. I'm in comfortable shoes, I'm dressing comfortable. And then it's like weird when you talk to the older women and they're like, they were wearing corsets and stuff. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's like, and I used to be in the corsets, and it's like, yeah, I'm not wearing that stuff, not wearing heels. I used to be in the heels and corsets. Nope. Yeah, cause I will not. It's like, I might like you. I mean, it's like if I like you and we click and everything and we know each other, but otherwise, I'm just looking for a guy that's tall that can reach stuff on a higher shelf. And then also, cause this happens to me a lot. And then I stand there and wait, or I reach up until a tall person sees me. Because it's like, when you're in the grocery store and there's a bunch of short people around, and then they're avoiding you. And it's like, yeah, I know your short people problems. I have them too. I can't reach. And then a tall person comes around and then they help you. And then it's like you're standing there waiting for a tall person. It's like, why shouldn't I come prepared and bring my own tall person? Because it's like, I hate that when I'm going to the store and then they put stuff on tall shelves. And then I have to pay more once they lower it, because I can't reach it and there's nobody around to help me. And it's like, why wouldn't I just come? And it's like, okay, that one time, but then when it's there for a while and there's nobody, and then you're coming with somebody who's barely taller than you and then they can't reach it. So it's like, why wouldn't I just come with someone taller? I'm looking out for my future. I'm looking out for my hips and looking out on saving money. Yeah. And then I also just like to look up instead of down. Yeah. But I always had a thing for tall guys. But the fact that he got so mad, because like I'm just watching, what is this show? Pop the Balloon or Find Love. I watched that. I've been watching that for a while. I saw the one on Netflix. The one on Netflix sucks. It's horrible. I don't even know why they gave this show the same name, because the one on Netflix is horrible. But I like it on YouTube. And that guy who like yells at people because like everybody like rejects him because he's short, because he's a nice looking guy but he's short, and then he has a bad attitude. And it's like, yeah, because that's one thing I've noticed: guys that are short with the bad attitude and guys that are bi that like to yell and like confrontational, they're always getting mad because women don't want to date them. And then the thing is, men don't want to date the men that are bisexual and that are confrontational because they're picky about the men, but it's like they're not nice to the men and they're not nice to the women. And it's like, okay. Yeah, but yeah, so that guy. And then because there's an old saying, you never ask a woman's weight. No one ever says you don't ask someone's height. And some short guys will lie, because there was this one time when I was new to online dating and I was really young. There was this one time where I matched with this guy and I'm like, okay, he's kind of cute. He's interesting. He's different from someone I would normally date. And he was like 6 foot something. I show up, he's shorter than me, and I'm nowhere near 6 foot. And then he smells like shit, and it's like, okay, this is weird. And then I realized, yeah, this man is probably mentally ill. He smells like shit and weird. And that's another online dating horror story. If you like, watch and subscribe. Bye.